Hello, Christina's World Kitchen. I'm Christina Martinez Williams, and I am going to make a creamy basil spice chicken. This has a lot of spices in it, but they're not like spicy spices. It's like flavorful spices. I mean, look at this. You have to see this. That's what it's all about. Spices, really flavorful spices. So we have a new guest in the house. It's a dog and my friend who's out running an errand real quick. And you're gonna hear from her at some point while she's here. This is 3 tablespoons of butter and 3 pounds of chicken. 3 tablespoons of butter and 3 pounds of chicken. I want to get my butter melted and mixing with my chicken. So I'm gonna move it to where I just turned on the stove. I'm gonna move this around so that it can get more melted in the center of the burner. Tell me where you're watching from. Thumbs up, hearts, share this video. The whole world needs to know that they can do this too and that it can be absolutely delicious and flavorful and amazing. You're gonna wanna try it. We are having broccoli on the side of this, but this chicken is creamy and you can make it even more creamy than what I'm gonna do tonight. So my recipe that I'm making up right now is going to have heavy whipping cream in it, but you can add more if you want to have more of that sauce going over like cauliflower rice. I don't think we're gonna put the sauce over, well, my husband might mix it with his broccoli. I might mix it with my broccoli. We're having steamed broccoli on the side. And it is gonna have salt and pepper on it, the broccoli, and maybe I'll put a little bit of butter in it. But this also could go over like, what do you call it? Konjac flour noodles, or over, what do you call them? Palm heart noodles, or over lupin flour noodles, or you could just eat it just like this, like we are, or like with, like I said, with zucchini noodles or spaghetti squash noodles like we did last week. There's so many options of how you could. Oh, I have some spaghetti squash in the fridge that I might need to put some of the extra sauce over because it was left over from our spaghetti squash from that. So I know you don't even know what the spices are yet. So when you do, tell me which of those you think you want to put it over or on the side, and if you would add the extra amount of heavy whipping cream. If I was making it to be used with on top of something, I would add the extra myself, and I'm going to give you some instructions around doing that. All right, so I'm just melting my chicken with my butter, and then I'm going to start adding my spices once my butter is melted. And then I'm going to add my heavy cream and let it all just cook together so that the cream gets all the spices as well. Actually, I might do that at the same time. Once the butter is melted, I'm going to add in my cream and then add all the spices around. So it's almost melted. Tell me, well, in a second, you're going to tell me if you would eat it with broccoli, cauliflower rice, zucchini noodles, or spaghetti squash noodles, or maybe you want to eat it with one of the other noodle alternatives, like the konjac flour noodles, or the palm heart noodles, or even the lupin flour noodles. So many different options. All right. Now the creaminess of the butter is mixed with the chicken. Now I'm going to add my half a cup of heavy whipping cream. Half a cup of heavy whipping cream. And so we're going to have less sauciness in this for us. And I'm going to have you, if you want more sauce, you're just going to add more heavy whipping cream. And then there's a couple of spices that you could up the quantity of if you want to make it a little bit, since you're going to add more cream, so that it has a little bit stronger flavor. So if you're using the half a cup of heavy whipping cream, then you're going to add all the spices that I'm saying, and then I'll talk to you about what you would change if you added the extra half a cup of heavy whipping cream. So this will still have some sauciness to it. It's gonna cook, some of it's gonna cook down, but some of it is gonna stay here too. All right, so now I'm gonna add my spices, and I'm going to start with my cinnamon, and I'm using 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. 1/8 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then I'm going to add, tell me where you're watching from. Hello, hello, Christina's White Kitchen. Share this video, heart this video, like this video. You're gonna wanna try it. Now I'm doing a half a teaspoon of ginger. Now pretty much every seasoning now, almost every seasoning, if you want it to, if you're gonna add another half a teaspoon, I said, another half a cup of heavy whipping cream, then if you want the flavor to be a little bit more bold, then you're gonna add the same quantity of the spice again. You're gonna double it. Except for you could still do it for the cinnamon, I think. But if you want to start, you could also just the first time you make it, you could make it with less of the flavor, and then see if you want to make it more bold and add the rest. Add like the same amount again. Now we're gonna add a teaspoon of paprika. A teaspoon of paprika. Whoa. There's a little clump of paprika right here. Get it all around. And then a teaspoon of curry powder. This one's got clumped too. Whoa, that's a lot more than a teaspoon. All right. A teaspoon of curry, and then now we're gonna have 2 more spices, and we're doing 2 teaspoons of these. So we're using 2 teaspoons of onion powder. 2 teaspoons of onion powder. Here's 1. And 2. And then 2, actually I don't even have very much in, like 1/8 of a teaspoon in there. So that's out. And then 2 teaspoons of basil, dried basil. One, 2. And then 1 tablespoon of pink salt. You can start with less if you'd like, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to need the tablespoon of pink salt. All right. Now we have all of our spices. Again, if you're going to add another half a cup of heavy cream because you want to use it more in sauciness, like with cauliflower rice or any of the noodles, zucchini noodles, spaghetti noodles, any of the noodles, then you could add another half a cup of sauce, and you could add the same quantity more of the spices as you added, like double the spices. Yeah, you could up to double the spices. It'll just add more flavor, more boldness to it. And if you could still add double the heavy whipping cream and not double the spices. And then if you feel like it's too little of like light in flavor, then you could do it the next time. So lots of options. Tell me what you would do. What would you pair this with? What would you like put this on top of or to the side of? Would you use cauliflower rice, zucchini noodles, spaghetti noodles? Would you use konjac flour noodles, lupin flour noodles, palm heart noodles, or broccoli like we're doing tonight? So we're probably going to eat it. Well, I might mix it. I think this is going to be great even with broccoli. Not even as if broccoli is not good, but it's still going to be great. So I'm getting this all mixed. I want to make sure that all the flavors are mixed in all the parts. And then I'm just gonna occasionally stir it, but I wanna make sure that all of it cooks. So I'm gonna let it cook for about 15 minutes, 10-15 minutes between there. Make sure that it's all cooked. And a lot of the sauciness, because I'm gonna show you how much sauciness is in the half a cup, and a lot of it's gonna cook away. So there's not a whole lot of extra. So you could definitely add a full cup of heavy whipping cream, or you can do, just depends I think on what you want to put it on top of. So tell me what you would do. Would you use the double heavy cream and double the spices, or double heavy cream and same spices, or just the half a cup of heavy cream and regular spices? I am for sure am adding cayenne pepper to mine as usual, but you don't have to. It's not in the recipe, but it's always in my recipe in my personal plate. Tell me if you would make yours spicy too. All right, that's it. So this is the recipe. So delicious, so versatile in the way that you can combine it with low-carb veggies or noodles and noodle alternatives. You're going to want to try it. From my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Bye!